There's one thing that lets this bike down.
Creak it! Oh, that was horrible. More creaking. Oh man, that is horrific. And when it's happening when you're constantly riding it, it just feels like the forks are going to fall off. So, let's get that fixed. Yes. Yeah, boy! So as you'll know, I've been running the hardtail for a few months now. You guys really enjoyed the last build video, so if you haven't checked that out, I do suggest you check it out up here. There's one thing that lets this bike down, and that is the forks. Now, a lot of you will be supportive of the Fox 36s, but I am not in favour. I've had the crown steerer unit replaced twice, and it creaks every single time immediately, which I believe then is an inferior product. The amount of creaking that goes on is not exactly confidence inspiring, and I feel like the fork is going to snap at any moment, which is not very good for a high-end, you know, £1,000 plus product. And the amount of flexing that goes on up in the crown here means that the angle of the bushings under load is compromised as well, and therefore you get some binding in here with the nylon bushes. Also an inadequate product for its intended purpose, really. I think I can probably demonstrate this creak for you if you like, so let's take this thing off the stand and give it a wee spin around, see if we can make it creak. Shouldn't be too difficult. Okay, here's for some creakage. Creak it! Oh! More creaking. Creak it! Oh, that was horrible. Yuck. You see what I mean? That is not the nicest thing to have happen when you're riding the bike and jibbing it about like I like to do. That's what the hardtail's for. Now we have something to replace them with. Something that is a technological improvement. Something with real innovation. Something made in Italy. I know it's not Marzocchi, because that doesn't count anymore, because they got bought by Fox and they are now American. Oh yeah! Always quality packaging from these guys. Oh, special bits falling out. Yeah. Comes with a shock pump. That's so cool. And some of Frank's special lube. EV68. Can we see it? Focus. Right, let's pull up a pew and talk about these forks, because there's quite a few innovations on here that I'm excited about. I wouldn't really consider much else at the moment, to be honest, which is why I've got the Morks on the Geometron. So, here we have not much larger stanchions than previous. I think they're at 37mm. We don't necessarily need stronger stanchions though, if you make a stronger crown. And this crown has a special load spreading interface that allows it to spread the load of the steerer tube, up here, across the crown much more evenly. It's not tapered anymore, and the taper is actually on the crown itself, which is really clever. So I have a 20mm axle on the Fox forks and on the Morks, but the standard, industry standard now seems to be 15mm axles, which is what the EXT era has. But it's also using a new system called torque caps, which are also a load spreading device that will allow the 15mm axle to have a bigger contact patch with the fork lowers and the hub, which will give you more stiffness, which is exactly what we want from a single crown fork. Now, they don't feel heavy. I don't know how much they weigh. You can check out all the technical specifications on their website. I'll link it down below. If you want to get a pair of these for yourselves in the UK, they are distributed by my partners Mojo. I will also link them down below. Right, without further ado, let's get these ones off and in the bin. And then we'll snip the mud hugger off, because we can use that again, of course. There we go. Mud hugger lives to hug mud another day. Get your forks off, honey. There we go, old forks in the bin. Big upgrade in the workshop these. It's the bottom bearing. Another really handy thing about the Hope headset is that we can reuse the steerer tube nut by screwing the main steerer in and then just pulling it out, because it's an expanding plug. So we can put that in the new forks. Make sure that it's nice and clean for refitting. I'm actually putting a little bit of grease around the top surface here just to try and prevent any ingress into that joint. Just to make double sure. Okay, that's the grease and the bearings fitted. Let's slip it in for the first time. That's always a special moment. There we go. Nice. Alright, I've got the stem plus a 20mm spacer on top, so I'm just going to score a wee line round the top. And tighten it up. Okay, that's the steerer cut and the top doctor fitted, so we'll just tighten that up. Here we go. Super nice. That's the forks fitted now. Just need to give them a little wipe up. Okay, now to get the front wheel ready. I've got my 6th element wheel here, carbon rim, Hope Pro 4 hub, and the torque cap fittings to give us extra stability and stiffness. A fresh V tyre, Snap WCE edition, of course. Shall we magic them together, pilgrim style? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, it didn't work. 1, 2, 3. Whoa! That worked a treat! There we go. The tyre is mounted. V-Tyre Flow Snap WCE edition. Very nice. Look at the tread on that. Lovely, lovely. I need to put the disc on. Shall we magic that on as well? Boom! There we go. There's the disc on. Very good. I'll get it slotted in. Simple as that. Okay, let's get this thing off the stand and we'll just tighten the headset up, straighten it all up, and give it a quick check over, and then it's ready to ride. Oh, I've got to fit the mud hugger as well. Oh, what a difference already. Does not creak. Does not creak. Yep. Does not creak. You. Definitely does not creak. Absolutely amazing. It feels so good already. Right. Now that it's fitted, let's go and shreddy. So I've got my bike. I've come out to my local. I'm going to give this thing a good thrashing around, give the forks a test, and my immediate impressions are that the Mullet combination of the 29-inch wheel up front and the 27.5 in the back are exactly what I'm after. And the stiffness, as we saw already in the garage, is much better, and they're definitely not creaking, that's for sure. Let's go. They don't creak! Well, that was a quality little shred. The bike feels amazing. The Mullet setup feels even more familiar now because it's the same as the Geometron. The shorter travel, the bigger wheel has kept the geometry pretty much the same. A little bit slacker than higher at the front. the torque cap down here is spreading the load across the axle, and the fancy load spreading interface on the crown is also doing its job. The front end feels pretty much about as stable as the back end does now, which is perfect. I'm so stoked on this. The bike is complete. Okay guys, that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give us a wee thumbs up, like, leave us some comments down below, let me know what you think of the EXT fork and my Hardcore Hardtail. Be sure to check out another video up here, subscribe over there, and check out the Trail Coach website. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheerio!